Hey, Solo Leveling fans, this is Chris Bolts, and I'm going to be coming in with a whole bunch of news regarding the franchise Solo Leveling. Now, we know that this is a really popular anime, really popular manhwa. Just got through completing the last two seasons at the end of 2024. Still no word on whether or not there will be a season 3, but we did get a whole bunch of other information regarding Solo Leveling, the video games. Yes, that's right, plural, video games. And will there be potentially a Solo Leveling movie coming out in 2026? I'm very skeptical on that last one, but hey, hope springs eternal. But before I do get into this content, do make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. Let's go ahead and start off with some video game news. This article is coming to us courtesy of CBR. Solo Leveling Karma is officially releasing in 2026. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Solo Leveling Karma, let me go ahead and pull up a video of that. Solo Leveling Karma is a top-down isometric action RPG in the vein of Diablo 4 and Path of Exile 2. If you guys are familiar with those types of games, you know that it's just a bunch of isometric top-down. You're killing a whole bunch of monsters at the same time. And I heard that this might be a roguelike type action RPG, so it's probably even more similar to Hades, if you will. Hades and Hades 2, which are both top-down action RPGs, but you have to go through certain rooms and pick perks and whatnot to try to complete the run on your first try possible. Will that be what Solo Leveling Karma will be? Only time will tell, but the good news is it's going to be coming out sometime in 2026. Also, other news right here, Solo Leveling Overdrive is going to be hitting Steam and consoles later this month. Now, it says right here November 17th, but on the Steam official page right here, it says it's going to be coming November 24th. So I don't know which date is actually going to be correct. Chances are the date on Steam is probably the more correct answer than the one that's officially being announced by Netmarble of November 17th, because I don't see Steam putting a date later than the official announced date unless they know for certain that it's going to be launching on November 24th. Anywhere between November 17th and November 24th will when it be officially releasing. My personal view on releasing Solo Leveling Overdrive is that it's going to split the fan base between Solo Leveling Arise and Solo Leveling Overdrive. More on that in just a moment. But yes, going through all of this right here, it says right here with the planned 2026 release of Karma, Netmarble will soon have 3 action solo leveling games. That is correct. They're going to have Karma, Overdrive, and Solo Leveling Arise. One, obviously, Solo Leveling Arise is free to play. It's a gacha game. Overdrive is a paid premium game where you pay one price like you normally do with video games, and you just play it as much as you possibly can until you get bored with it. I'm thinking that Solo Leveling Karma will be in that same vein as well. You're wondering, well, after all this video game news, I mentioned something about a movie potentially coming out in 2026. Well, that is correct. We're going to go over here now to this article from Anime Mojo. Solo Leveling anime movie reportedly in the works for 2026 release. Now, once again, I am very doubtful that this movie is going to be coming out in 2026, if at all, because the time frame between what was developed, or between the ending of Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow, and now, that means that they would have had them been working on this all this time. I mean, I don't see that they've actually done that. I know that in a prior interview, the director of Solo Leveling Season 2 said that Season 3 may not be, if it were to come out, it would come out in 2028. So is it possible that they're working on a movie? Of course, it's always possible. I just don't think that it's probably going to be releasing right here in 2026. So, and this comes to us courtesy of a tweet from this Pluto, who looks like he's probably Korean, because he's got the Korean alphabet right behind his name. And his tweet says, "The current goal for anime is not a Solo Leveling Season 3, but rather Solo Leveling movie. This material is a report from the production committee. It showed up in my Chrome search algorithm. Based on this data, the theatrical release date is next year, 2026. I wonder where they would exactly show this, because if you're not familiar with Solo Leveling in Japan, it's not actually all that popular in Japan. It was lightly received over there. Not saying that people didn't watch it. It just was not as popular as it was worldwide. Japan was like, yeah, it's fine. It's an anime. It's a great anime, but it's not the end of the world. The rest of the world said, nah, this is the shit. We really like Solo Leveling. So it'd be kind of interesting where they would actually debut this movie. I'm assuming they would obviously debut it in South Korea first, but then after that, would they go into the Japanese market? Only time will tell if they actually go ahead and release the movie. And let's go ahead and dig further into Pluto's whole entire string of, because I found that there was some pretty good information that was also reported in this string by Pluto. And so right here it says, based on the data, it seems that they are trying to produce a theatrical version due to the success of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle and Chainsaw Man ReZark. Now here's the thing, another reason why I believe that this movie wouldn't come out in 2026, this production committee would not have been able to have this information about the success of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle and Chainsaw Man ReZark until this year. And no, it just hit $591 million, so $500 million on its way to 600 million. I think that's probably where it's going to tap out, but don't sleep on that. It is an absolute success, as is Chainsaw Man ReZark. $124 million for an anime that's actually rated R. That also is a success. So you can't sleep on those numbers or anything like that. But again, the production committee for a Solo Leveling movie would not have gotten that information until now. So that probably means that it's barely still in the production phase. I just don't see that this would come out in 2026, but hope springs eternal. Let's go ahead and continue. This one right here, I alluded to this earlier about Solo Leveling Arise and the reason why they're doing Overdrive. It says the reason for the release of Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive seems to be that the profits of the original Solo Leveling Arise were decreasing, so they wanted to create a game that was reborn as a target for PC and console users. I 100% agree with that. I don't think Solo Leveling Arise is performing to their expectations at the beginning of the game. Obviously, a whole bunch of people would like to go ahead and get involved because it is based on Solo Leveling, but it is a gacha game, and a lot of people just are not warmed up to gacha games, the free-to-play games or anything like that. They don't care for the monetization and the long grind that you have to put into these types of games. So I can see that this is going to lead to a split in the player base. Some people will stick with Solo Leveling Arise and never play Overdrive. Some people will play both games. I'm one of those people. I will play both Solo Leveling Arise and Overdrive, and then others will just completely migrate over to Overdrive and never touch Solo Leveling Arise again. So this is the calculation that Netmarble has to play with. And then of course we have Solo Leveling Karma coming out in 2026, so there might be a potential split of the base again. That's some pretty good information that Pluto had dropped right down here. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a follow if I can find it here. Yep, there it is over there. Let me go ahead and like that as well. This is some really good information that he did drop. So that's absolutely interesting about what's going on in the world of Solo Leveling. 3 video games, a potential movie that's going to be released here in 2026. Bottom line, 2026, whether we get that season 3 or not of Solo Leveling, is going to be the year of Solo Leveling. So that's some really exciting news that I wanted to go ahead and bring to you guys there. What do you guys think about all of this? Are you guys excited about the 3 Solo Leveling video games that are going to be coming out? Are you also excited about the potential news of a movie for Solo Leveling coming out in 2026? Oh, and hey, are you still springing hope for the fact that there might be a Solo Leveling season 3 potentially in 2028? Whatever your thoughts, jump down in the comments, let me know what you could think, and make sure you do like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. All that stuff really does help me out. And remember, this is Chris Bolts signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.